guys, Jamie Edwards here, checking in after UK 70.3. Very tough day of racing on a very tough course. They say it's one of the toughest 70.3 courses in the world, and I can certainly vouch for that, having got through the event on the weekend. This is just a quick video update. There will be a full written report and some photos to come. Just not sure when I can get that up online. Firstly, big thanks to my support crew on the day, my girlfriend Sarah, my dad and also my brother Daniel. They were up at 4 AM with me, and then they were wandering around Lake Wimbleball, chasing me in the mud and the rain and the cold. So it would have been a very tough day spectating, so it doesn't go unnoticed. Very much appreciated. Also appreciate all the messages of support from back in Australia. It's been quite overwhelming when I've finally been able to log on to Facebook and see the interest in what I'm doing over here, so really appreciate that from everyone. Also a big thank you to all of my sponsors, ETPA, Evolution Cycles, Physio Health, 32GI Australia, Zoot Australia and Gravity Zero. All the products and support in that network has been amazing. I actually had a really good prep, and those sponsors are a part of that. I was fit, I was healthy, my equipment was good. I was just beaten by a very tough course and some very good, tough athletes who crossed the line ahead of me. So I'll give you a quick blow-by-blow of swim, bike and run. Swim started in a cold Lake Wimbleball, and we were only allowed in 10 minutes before the race for a quick warm-up. That's how cold it was. They had a fear of hypothermia in the athletes as a result of the cold water and also the cold air temperatures. It is actually summer over here, but you wouldn't know it. As I said, cold, wet, rainy day. I felt pretty good on race morning. Yes, there was a bit of jet lag and a bit of a cold and all that type of thing, but I felt really good on race morning and got out for a good swim, or at least the first half of the swim I felt really good. I did fade in the back half, disappointed to see 29 high as my swim time when I got out of the water, but it wasn't make or break for me. Big run uphill, up a muddy hill into the transition tent. It was actually a bag system, which is new for me, so it took a little bit longer in transition than I should have. And then out onto a very hilly bike ride. I was actually prepared for it. I'd done my research and was prepared for a hard, tough ride, but it was probably another 20% harder than we expected. There was lots of ups and lots of downs. I'm a bit of a granny on the descending, so that didn't work in my favour, but I felt quite strong for the most part. Was a bit stiff in the lower back and hips, but they freed up. By the time I got off and ran, they just was a little bit uncomfortable for me. Other than that, I felt quite good. Nutrition was going in fine. The rain started coming down, which made it quite cold in the last 10 to 15 Ks for me. But other than that, I got through the bike in just under 3 hours, which shows how tough the bike course was. It's probably about 40 minutes slower than I'd usually do on a flat course. Off the bike, into the change tent again, took ages in there trying to change over my wet socks with numb hands. But when I eventually got out onto the run, I felt really good for the first couple of Ks. Legs felt free, the back had freed up, and I thought I was in for a sort of a 82 to 85 minute half marathon. And then both my VMOs locked up, so I had to slow right down and loosen them up. But once they loosened up, I felt okay again for the first lap. Before I know it, I was halfway through the second lap. But I was really starting to slow, really starting to tire. My legs were getting quite heavy. And as the guys who were tracking me know, it sort of got slower and slower from there, which was really disappointing. I wasn't entirely sure I was in my age group, and ended up getting passed for third in the final few Ks, but I just had nothing to respond. I didn't really know where I was at. So quite disappointing overall in the result, but certainly not a lost cause at all. It was a great learning experience for me as both an athlete and a coach, and taking a lot away from it. Ended up fourth, and just scraped into the top 50 over the line. So that's sort of my day in a nutshell. As I said, a longer report to come. Thanks a lot for everyone again, all my support back home. I've got some holidaying to do, and then I'll be back for a big winter of work and lead into the domestic season. Cheers.